Peter finds the geography map. Peter is a young boy. He loves to explore. Every day, he looks around his room and thinks of new things. He likes reading books from his small bookshelf. The books have pictures and stories. Peter likes them a lot. But today, he feels bored. He has read all his books. He wants something new. He wants an adventure. Peter walks slowly around his room. He looks at his toys and games. He looks at his books. He looks at his small desk. Nothing seems interesting today. He sits on the floor. He puts his hands on his knees. He thinks, I want to find something exciting, something I have never seen before. Suddenly, Peter sees something in the corner of his room. It is a rolled-up paper. It looks old. Dust covers it. Peter's eyes grow wide. He kneels down. He pulls the paper from the corner. He blows on it. Some dust floats in the air. He opens it carefully. Peter can't believe his eyes. It is a geography map. The map is big. It shows mountains, rivers, forests, and deserts. There are tiny houses drawn and little roads going everywhere. Peter's eyes shine. He whispers softly, Wow! I can travel the world without leaving my room. Peter spreads the map on the floor. He sits down and looks closely. He points at the tall mountains. He points at the wide rivers. He points at the green forests and the yellow deserts. He points at the tiny cities and towns. Each place looks exciting. He moves his finger from one place to another. Peter feels a big happiness inside. He feels excited. He feels curious. He says, I want to know everything on this map. I want to learn every place. He leans closer. He sees little lines that show roads. He sees tiny dots that show cities. He sees blue lines that show rivers. He sees brown and green shapes for mountains and forests. Peter smiles. He imagines walking on the roads. He imagines climbing the mountains. He imagines sailing on the rivers. He imagines walking through the forests. He imagines visiting the deserts. He feels like a real explorer. Peter takes a deep breath. He sits up straight. He decides, I will learn everything about this map. I will know all the places. I will be ready for a real adventure one day. He hugs the map carefully. He looks at it again. His heart is happy. His mind is ready to explore. Peter feels proud and excited. He knows this map is special. It will help him learn. It will take him on adventures in his mind. Today is the start of something new. Peter's journey with the map has just begun. Peter sits on the floor with the big map in front of him. He feels excited. He wants to know more. He takes his small magnifying glass. It is round and shiny. He holds it carefully. He looks closely at the tiny rivers. They are thin and twisty. They go through mountains and forests. He can see little bridges on the rivers. Peter moves the magnifying glass. He looks at the tiny cities. The houses are small dots. The roads are tiny lines connecting them. He traces the roads with his finger. He follows them from one city to another. He imagines walking on the roads. He imagines seeing the people and animals along the way. He looks at the forests on the map. The trees are drawn in green. Peter imagines walking between the trees. He imagines birds flying above him. He imagines finding small animals hiding in the bushes. He moves his finger along the mountains. They are brown and tall. He imagines climbing the mountains. He imagines reaching the top and looking far away. Peter reads the names of the faraway places. Some names are long, some are short. He says each name slowly. He feels happy when he says them. He whispers, I want to see all these places someday. His eyes are wide. He feels curious about the world. He wants to know more about every mountain, river, forest, and city. Peter takes a pencil. He draws little flags on the map. He marks where he will go first. He draws a flag on a green forest. He draws another flag on a tall mountain. He draws one more flag on a small city near a river. He smiles. Each flag feels like a promise. He feels like a real explorer. Peter looks at the deserts on the map. They are yellow and hot. He imagines walking on the sand. He imagines finding oases with water and palm trees. He imagines the sun shining bright and the wind moving the sand. Peter keeps learning about the rivers, the mountains, and the deserts. He draws lines and circles to mark the places he likes. He writes small notes on the map. He learns new names. He learns how places are near or far from each other. Peter smiles. Learning feels like an adventure. He feels brave and smart. He knows he can discover many things without leaving his room. The map is not just paper. It is a world full of stories. Peter feels proud. He feels happy. He feels ready for more adventures. Peter looks at the map one more time. He whispers, "I will explore all these places one day." His heart feels light. His mind is full of excitement. The adventure is just beginning. Peter sits at his desk with the map spread in front of him. He wants to remember all the places. He points to the cities he has never heard of. Some are very small. Some have names he cannot say easily. He takes a deep breath. "This is hard," he whispers to himself. He looks at the mountains next. Some are very tall. Some are round and wide. He tries to find them on the map. Sometimes he misses a mountain. Sometimes he confuses one with another. He frowns. "How can I remember them all?" he asks quietly. Peter looks at the rivers. They twist and turn. Some are thin, some are thick. Some go through forests, some go into cities. He tries to follow them with his finger. Sometimes his finger slips. He has to start again. He sighs. It is too tricky, he thinks. Peter feels tired. His back hurts a little. His eyes are sore from looking so long. He wants to give up. He feels like closing the map and playing outside. He leans back in his chair and looks at the ceiling. He thinks about all the places he wants to know. He wants to learn. He wants to explore. He does not want to stop. Peter looks at the map again. He sits up straight. He takes a deep breath. "I can do this," he says. His hands shake a little, but he feels brave. He decides to go slowly. Step by step, he will learn everything. He starts with the small cities. He points to each one and says the name out loud. Lima, Cairo, Tokyo. He repeats them many times. Then he writes the names in his notebook. He draws small circles around them on the map. Slowly, he remembers them. Next, he studies the mountains. He points to the tallest ones. He says their names. Everest, Kilimanjaro, Denali. He writes them down. He draws little triangles in his notebook to remember the peaks. Slowly, he learns where they are. Peter moves to the rivers. He traces each one with his finger. He says their names. Nile, Amazon, Yangtze. He writes them in his notebook. He draws the rivers as wiggly lines. Slowly, he remembers the paths of each river. Step by step, Peter learns all the tricky places. He repeats the names again and again. He draws small maps in his notebook to help him remember. Sometimes he feels tired, but he does not stop. He keeps going. At last, Peter sits back. He looks at the map in his notebook. He feels proud. His heart feels happy. He has learned many new places. He smiles. He knows that even when things are hard, if he tries step by step, he can succeed. Peter whispers to himself, "I did it. I learned all the tricky places." He feels smart. He feels strong. He is ready for more adventures with his map. Peter runs outside with his map. His friends are playing nearby. When they see him, they stop and run over. Peter spreads the map on the ground. It is big and colorful. The mountains look tall. The rivers twist like ribbons. The forests are green. "Look," Peter says. "Here are the mountains, and here are the rivers." He points with his finger. "This city is very far away, and this forest is huge." His friends lean in closer. Their eyes are wide. "Wow," one of them says. "I have never seen a map like this." Peter tells them stories about the faraway lands. He talks about the mountains where snow stays all year. He talks about the deserts that are very hot and dry. He talks about rivers that are so long they go through many countries. Do people live there? One friend asks. Yes, Peter answers with a big smile. People live in the cities, in the forests, and near the rivers. They eat, work, and play just like us. His friends ask more questions. What about animals? Do the rivers have fish? Can we visit these places? Peter answers each question. He points on the map to show where the places are. Peter feels happy. His heart feels warm. He loves telling his friends what he learned. He sees their smiles, their curiosity, and their excitement. He feels proud that he can share his knowledge. His friends are amazed. They touch the map. They trace the rivers with their fingers. They point at mountains. They imagine traveling to the faraway lands. Peter realizes something important. Learning is fun, but sharing what you learn makes it even more fun. He decides to teach his friends about a new place every day. Each day, they will discover mountains, rivers, forests, and cities together. Peter smiles again. He feels happy and proud. His friends thank him. They clap and cheer. Peter feels like a real explorer. He knows that maps are not just papers, they are doors to adventures, stories, and imagination. From that day, Peter and his friends gather often with the map. They learn together, they dream together, and they enjoy every moment of exploring the world right from their small town. Peter rolls up the map carefully. He ties it with a small string. He looks at it one more time. His eyes are bright. He whispers softly, "Learning can take me anywhere." He thinks about all the mountains, rivers, forests, and cities he studied. He remembers the names that were hard to say at first. He remembers how he repeated them slowly until he knew them all. He feels proud. He knows his patience and curiosity helped him. Peter sits on the floor of his room. He imagines traveling to the faraway lands on the map. He pictures climbing mountains, walking through forests, and sailing along long rivers. He smiles. Even though he cannot go there yet, he knows that learning about them is the first step to adventure. He rolls out the map again. He points at a desert. He whispers, "I will see this one day." He points at a faraway city. He says, "I will visit this place too." Every corner of the map tells a story. Every line shows a journey. Peter knows something very important. He can travel with his mind. He can explore the world by studying, asking questions, and imagining. Maps are not just papers, they are doors to adventure. From that day, Peter studies maps with joy. He spends time learning new places. He reads about the people, the animals, and the plants that live there. Each day, he learns something new. His curiosity grows bigger. His imagination grows wider. Peter dreams of traveling in real life, but he understands that learning comes first. Step by step, he will be ready. Every map, every story, every lesson brings him closer to the adventures he wants. He smiles at the thought. Learning is exciting, curiosity is fun, and the world is waiting. Peter rolls up the map again. He puts it carefully on his shelf. He feels proud, happy, and ready for new journeys. Moral lesson: curiosity and learning can take you on great adventures. Follow for more magical kids stories. Subscribe for fun, learning, and adventure tales.